Good afternoon, chefs, ladies and gentlemen. Most of you would be aware of the sad demise of our president, Chef Vernon Coelho, yesterday. Chef Coelho was like a lighthouse and has guided thousands of ships or students to their destinations. He was our founding president and the guiding light for us at Vika. In the past few months, twice he had asked to be relieved from his president's responsibility, and the committee convinced him to stay back. But just about 10 days back, he again asked for, we agreed, and requested him to stay back as president till this Chef's Connect was over and address us one last time. But then yesterday, he left this world. We are now joined by Mr. Ravi Wazir, a very close associate of Chef, who has been helping Chef Coelho with his mails, his messages, and his blogs on Facebook. Can we have Ravi Wazir on screen to pay the obituary? Over to you, Ravi.
Thank you, Chef Salil. One of the many wonderful things about Chef Coelho was the fact that he took his teaching and the support of his students beyond the classroom. Way after people had passed out from IHM, he was still helping them, still teaching them, still supporting them. And he did this when they were in trouble, if they needed to be mentored. He did it when they needed help to get jobs. He did it when people wanted to fill vacancies. He connected people with one another. And so he actually helped them, not just in the classroom, but the real world as well. And he took his mentorship and his involvement with students to such a level that I watched him help people even financially, taking money out of his own pocket and helping them whenever they needed it, knowing that very often that money would never be returned. It was very hard for me and for all of us to hear yesterday that he is no more. And the reason it was difficult for us is because we all knew that Chef Coelho had been dealing with a variety of medical complications for many years. And he had been visiting hospitals and doctors for many years. But each time, he came back refreshed and strong and ready to meet new challenges, which he always faced bravely. And even in the lowest of times, I remember, he was able to keep his sharp wit and humor. You would be happy to know that. So it's not a surprise, the kind of comments that we hear written about him, or what we speak about him, or why we admire him, the number of calls and inquiries that I got, it's not a surprise. He was extraordinary. Now, what happened, the level to which he was extraordinary, I must tell you, after I got the news yesterday evening, amongst the many people I spoke with, one of them was his personal assistant, John. What John used to do for him was take care of all his medical requirements, like his dialysis, and also cook for him. So he was there all the time supporting him. And when I spoke with John, he was crying, he was really upset. And he said to me, do you know, sir, he's referring to Chef Coelho, he said, sir, woke up at 2:30 yesterday in the morning and woke me up and said, please call up Ravi, because I want to tell him what I would like to say at Vika. And John told him, sir, it's 2:30 in the morning, Ravi will be asleep. So he said, okay, let me speak with Chef Siddharth at the hospital then. He said, no, Chef Siddharth also will be asleep at this time. Why not call up in the morning? So the first thing in the morning yesterday, bright and early, I got a call from Chef Coelho. He was in quite a good mood and in quite good spirits compared to what he had been for the past few days. And I was delighted to see that, because there was a ray of hope that everything is going to be all right and he will be back home before Christmas. And once again, we will listen to his stories and his experiences, and it'll all be fine once again. And little did I know that couple of hours after laughing and joking with him yesterday in the morning, that I would get to hear such news. So that was the kind of dedication that he had, waking up in the middle of the night till yesterday, discussing with me what he's going to speak at WICA. So I'm going to read out to you, because I've written down what he wanted to say. These are his words. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chefs Connect 2020, a taste of biodiversity. Grow, nourish, sustain. It's the 8th edition of our annual event, and I am addressing you as president once again. Though this time it's online and I am in hospital. I first thought I'd share a recorded video of myself, but since that wasn't possible, I'm writing you my thoughts instead. As president of WICA since over 2 decades now, I must say that it's been a privilege and a joy to work with so many of you over the years. Still, many things remain unspoken. I've enjoyed the time that I spent with each of you and hope you feel the same way too. WICA has always been a great platform for new learning and networking. And I know that those of you who have the will and the ability to take the WICA torch forward will continue to do so with enthusiasm, as this year's theme says, grow, nourish, and sustain it. My discontinuing as president from now on doesn't mean we lose contact. We must keep in touch and continue to exchange ideas in true WICA style, always. You have the intellect and the understanding to know what it will take to continue progressing this tribe of culinarians through 2021 and onwards. I leave the stewardship of this wonderful organization to you all to take forward with the new committee and new president, whom you can select amongst yourselves. As before, I'd love to continue staying posted on all that goes on with WICA, and I wish each of you the very best in your career ahead. Shine and make it glorious. Thanks to each one of you for your unflinching support during this journey. Enjoy the sessions today and tomorrow. Au revoir, as they say, is not goodbye, but till we meet again. So until then, take care. Bye for now. I request that we all take a moment's silence to remember this wonderful soul who we spent time with. I request you to please put your mics on mute and also switch off your videos. thank you all. I request you now to please put your videos back on. And I'm sure each one of us has a special memory with him. And each one of us shared many wonderful moments with him. In that memory, rather than mourn his loss, it's clear that he would like us to be happy for his journey and celebrate it instead. So, in his true style, I was imagining if he was with us right now, and if he had to listen to everything that I just said and speak about him, everything that I just spoke, by now he would have got impatient, as you can imagine. And he would say, come on, Ravi, enough of this. Let's get started with the event. Already 10 minutes is up. This would be his style, isn't it? So as he would say, the show must go on. And the best way to honor him is do what he'd like us to, in the manner that he would like us to. So Chef Salil, I request you, back to you once again.
Thank you, Ravi. It's difficult, but we have to go on. Chefs, ladies and gentlemen, I heartily welcome all of you for the 2020 edition, the 8th edition of Chefs Connect. I am Salil Fadnis, and I'll be the host for this virtual event. At this outset, I also welcome our esteemed speakers